I'm Cindy Topol, a certified menopause specialist, nutrition coach, and member of the Menopause Society. But most importantly, I'm a fellow menopausal woman. So if you're confused by some of the phrases you're hearing like perimenopause versus menopause versus postmenopause, we're here to clear up all the confusion today. So perimenopause is the first phase of the process. It can start as early as your late 30s, believe it or not, and it lasts on average until about age 52. So that's about when the average woman goes through the menopause process. So late 30s, you start experiencing things that really are not classically associated with menopause. We think of menopause, we think of things like hot flashes and weight gain, but early perimenopausal symptoms are more cognitive. They're more a sense of increased stress and inability to handle stress, overwhelm, anxiety, lots of mood swings, maybe a little road rage, and maybe a little bit of weight gain. What determines how long you're in perimenopause, how many symptoms you have, or how severe they are is determined by a lot of factors, including when your mother went through the process, whether you've had any pregnancies, and if you've carried them to term, if you've had any trauma in your life, what your race is, and what your medical condition. We need tons more research, but what we do know is that the average perimenopausal woman has about 10 or so symptoms. She is still experiencing her cycle. Sometimes it can be regular, sometimes you can skip a period, they can be longer, shorter, or heavier, but you can also bear a child during this time and still be in perimenopause. Now menopause, it's one day. It's the day that you have gone 12 consecutive months without a cycle. Now this one can be tough because if you've had chemotherapy treatments, you've had a hysterectomy, you have PCOS, or if you've been on birth control for a long time and you've stopped having a cycle, you could already have been in menopause. And the classic definition is really a little difficult for us to line up with that. But if you've gone 12 months without a cycle, or you've had a blood test that confirms menopause, congratulations, you're in menopause. By the way, there is no single blood test that will confirm whether you are in perimenopause. It is completely symptom diagnosed, and you can start taking hormone replacement therapy or doing some of the nutrition and exercise things that are healthy for your body as you enter this stage as soon as you notice symptoms. You do not have to wait for that magic menopause day. The balance of your life from the time you've gone 12 months without a cycle, that's postmenopause, and you are in this stage of your life for the balance of your life. I have clients who come to me and say, I'm just so glad I'm done with menopause. Now I'm really just struggling with weight gain. And I have to say, I'm sorry, we're never completely done with it because the hormones that your body loses during this phase in your life, estrogen and progesterone, never return. So the impact of the loss of those hormones on your body, and it's felt holistically through your body, does last a lifetime. The good news, you can counteract a lot of the things that happen to your body as a result of the loss of these hormones with the right diet choices, making sure you get enough of the right nutritions and vitamins and the right kind of movement, and working on your stress and sleep. For more information, subscribe to this channel, or check me out on Instagram at menopausepath or at menopausepath.com on my website.